foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Denver Broncos. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Sean, let's go! Get ready to spin! Away!
Right to the air goes Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Hey, motion. Ball 11. Back. Captain.
Now it's Nix. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Oh, that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
Captain.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
St. Gonzalez lining up for the extra point.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Some strong running at the 20. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Bombers. Captain. Olay.
Throwing Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Captain. Motion.
To throw is Nix. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. The Broncos at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Nix to throw again. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Nix to the air. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's got some space here. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Velus Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Looking to put a drive together. A play fake. Now Penix. Now he'll tuck this and run. Able to locate his running back open downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. When you look at this Bronco defense, it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I think with as good as their coverage is, and they're also excellent tacklers, they try to keep things in front of them and either make the tackle or you have to run out of bounds because there's nowhere to go. They'll let them dink and dunk all day long.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. That'll give him 8 that time. And now it's 3rd and 3.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
First down, Falcons.
Here we go, set.
A first carry for Rashad White. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
It's 2nd and inches.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They keep it on the ground right again. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Rashad White, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
Broncos 7.
To the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Oh, good return up past the 30.
And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Hold on a second.
Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. And this one nearly intercepted. That one might need to go back to the drawing board. Almost a disaster. And it winds up just an incomplete pass, though.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. And that'll be incomplete. Well, dipping into the bag of tricks there, but it does not work out, and it's 4th down now.
Hold on a second. Ready. Bombers. Olay. Captain. Olay.
They're going. It's Nix.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Packers 60. Like it.
Robinson up the middle.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Back to Robinson now on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it facing a second and long situation. Now it's the backup Cousins. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, 14 yards. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Tough to bring Bryant down. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Bombers.
Here's Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 39 that time.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Hold on, set. Captain.
To throw, here's Nix.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chunks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now they'll change things up. Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
An audible here to get a new look.
Bombers.
On 4th down, Nix. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Cousins to throw it. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
First down, here's White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Riley Moss takes him down defensively.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Cousins now from the 50.
Completes this one to Pickens.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here's 2nd and 3. Back to the ground with Robinson.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up. From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
That's complete to Mooney.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Easy.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man on the left side is Brown. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
At their own 35-yard line.
Put money down. Get your money up. I put money down. On all of us. On my people now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And this one nearly intercepted. That one might need to go back to the drawing board. Almost a disaster. And it winds up just an incomplete pass, though.
35-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Almost. Captain. Ready. Ready. Return.
A final shot before break. Nix going for the deep ball.
That is incomplete.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
They go play action. Cousins.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
From the gun, here's Cousins.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a gain of 5.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Oh, the the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Cousins to throw for it on fourth. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Oh, I said it. Away. Motion.
Now it's Nix. This one swung out here to Jones. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
Throwing Nix. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Harvey. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Captain.
Nix to the air. And it is caught. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
To throw is Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's got it. Touchdown, Broncos. From 4 yards out. And the Broncos get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Broncos 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On
first and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second down and 6. Throwing is Cousins. Throwing middle, and it's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Cousins. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Lutz with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 2. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. Down the left sideline. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 7-yard line. 110 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. But now he appears to be in some pain. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They will run with White out of the shotgun.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver.
Kyle Pitts, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Falcons 31, Broncos 21. Zane Gonzalez.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Yeah, that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Back to throw. Nix. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Off the play fake. Nix. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
From the gun on third down. Nix. He'll try and do this himself. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
10 at the 42-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Nix looking to throw again. And he's going to have to hook up to Sutton. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Nick's going to keep this himself. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10. Here's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Next to throw again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Here's 1st and goal.
Oh, my son! Hey!
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Harvey is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
This is 3rd and goal.
Oh, my son!
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Gain of 22 yards. And a Falcon 1st down.
Robinson with another carry. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Cousins to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Away. Hold on, Joe. Captain. Bombers. Hey, Sean, let's go. Motion. To the right. Ball 11.
They'll look to throw. Able to find Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Ready. Bombers. Hey, Sean, let's go. Away.
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Franklin. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Joe. Hey, motion. Captain.
Back to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Hold on, son. Ready.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Able to find Mims. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
He's back to throw.
Nick's going to keep this himself.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Bombers. Ready? Away.
Back to the air with Nix. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch it in that spot.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Captain.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Get it together. Showtime. Let's make some noise.
Fourth down, 10 yards to go.
Bombers. Away.
They're going. It's Nix.
And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time.